what would you suggest as the best alternative to sugar?
Oh my, we all like that sweetness on our tongue, no question. And I am not anti-sugar per se, certainly not anti-sweetness. I've got a big sweet tooth, of course. But like a runaway horse, I've had to rein it in and pull it over to the side here and tame that stallion and educate it, if you will. And I'm talking about, of course, my tongue, my taste buds. I love sweet stuff, but now we've got berries in the refrigerator, most of them all year round now. We've got frozen mangoes in the fridge, in the freezer, and I've learned how to educate my taste. So a nice fruit smoothie or having a mango or some papaya or some berries with almond milk satisfies my sweet tooth. We have a bar of dark chocolate in the fridge. I can't even remember if we do, but if we do, it lasts 3 months, 4 months. We break off 2 squares in the evening and that's it. But I let it melt in my mouth and really am fully with the experience of chocolate eating, and 2 squares is enough of that. So I've really learned to rein in my sweet tooth. And the reason why is that it's one thing to satisfy a little sweet craving on your tongue. It's something else to be eating chunks of sugar as a food. When you eat a donut, a cupcake, a candy bar, a piece of coffee cake, this is a chunk of sugar you're eating. And the sugar, when you eat it in that volume, it floods through your tissues, damages the inner lining of your arteries, the glycocalyx, and that sugar sticks to protein molecules all over your body, and your body heat cooks that protein, and when it's sticky with sugar, and damages important protein structures in your body, the lens of your eye, it sets it off for cataract, the lining of your arteries sets it off for atherosclerosis. Eating sugar as a food ages you. And for that reason, you don't want to eat sugar as a food. So find non-sucrose, that's the name for table sugar, ways to indulge your sweet tooth, your goodie land there. Are there less dangerous forms of sugar? Dr. Greger tells us that some of the sugaring agents like erythritol seem to be benign biochemically. But rather than looking at all the packages for whether they've got erythritol or sucralose or what are the sweeteners, assume they all have some. If it's in a package with a bunch of ingredients on it, you don't want to be eating it anyway. So I would find the sweetening agent you like. If a half a teaspoon of maple syrup in your tea really makes you enjoy that morning tea, it's hard for me to think that the small amount of that is really going to cause you any harm. I'd rather you have a natural sweetener like maple syrup or agave. None of them are healthful. You don't want to be eating chunks of agave candy and drinking agave drinks and all of that. I'm talking about a half a teaspoon in your tea as a sweetening agent. Pick the one you like, use it as sparingly as possible, and enjoy your tea. Eating is not supposed to be an anxiety-producing event. Am I going to get cancer because I put a half a teaspoon of maple syrup in my tea? No, you're not. And one pass through your liver, it's gone. It really, if the rest of your diet is really, truly whole food and plant-based and healthful, don't worry about a tiny little bit sweeter. Pick the one that gives you the most pleasure, eat it in small amounts, and get on with enjoying your life. Hi everyone, Dr. Michael Klaper here, announcing our new format for our Q&A with Dr. K. Each day, Annie Hagen will be asking me one question that's been sent in by our viewers. So if you want to see if your question is getting answered, do join us for our daily Q&A with Dr. K right here. Hope to see you then.